Doctor Who, good dog. The Doctor was sad. He was feeling lonely. He was in the TARDIS, alone, with only his magnificent TARDIS and loyal dog, K9. K9 came over to his master, confused. "Dr. Master?" the dog asked. The Doctor looked over to him. "Yes, K9?" "Dr. Master, why do you look so sad?" the dog asked. "I'm tired of losing people I care about," the Doctor said. "John and Gillian have left, and the others... I just... Oh, you wouldn't understand, K9. You're a robot without emotions. You wouldn't understand." K9 looked at his master, then raised his head. "I think I understand perfectly, Dr. Master." Doctor Who, Good Dog, written and read by Nick Payne, based on a story on Whovians Amino by Nick Payne. The TARDIS then landed on a planet. It looked like Earth. There was green grass, castle ruins, and what looked like rain and a view of a river snaking through the countryside. They had arrived on the Eye of Orion, the most peaceful planet in the universe. The TARDIS doors opened, and the Doctor walked out, followed by K9. The Doctor was thinking about what K9 had said concerning him understanding. Had K9 developed emotions? Was that possible? One of his successors would usually say, "Anything's possible, especially if I can do it." So the Doctor thought, maybe, it's possible. Especially if that future incarnation of mine, who can do anything, says so. His thoughts quickly vanished when he noticed a girl about 18 or 19 running towards him. She was crying with sorrow, fear and anger. Something was wrong. The Doctor stepped forward. "Hello, I'm the Doctor and this is K9. How may we help?" The girl looked at them in disbelief. "We were attacked," she said. "Our ship was attacked and we crashed. Many of us were killed. The rest injured or shaken up in a bad way. Then we were attacked on the ground." Tears started to form in her eyes. She then started to cry. "I was the only survivor. My parents gave their lives to save me." The Doctor looked at her sadly. "Who attacked you?" he asked. His answer came quickly, and not from the girl. "Doctor!" The one voice that terrified the Doctor. The girl had now looked over to them. She started to cry and panic at the same time. K9 turned. Then he moved back a few feet in surprise. The Doctor finally looked round and came face to eye stalk with a Dalek. He sighed. "Now that's put a spanner in the works." The Dalek continued to look at the Doctor. The Doctor continued to look at the Dalek. Suddenly the girl ran. The Dalek's dome moved, then its middle, plunger knocking the Doctor aside. It raised its gun and cried, "Exterminate!" Suddenly K9's blaster came out of his nose. "Negative," he replied, and fired, hitting the Dalek, who had fired at the girl. But because of K9, the Dalek had missed her. The Dalek then exploded. K9 then went over to the hill. He looked down. There was hundreds of Daleks. He aimed carefully, then, as if it was a computer game, started shooting each one at rapid pace. He even shot the girl's ship and the Daleks' torsos to cause explosions that would wipe out entire groups of Daleks. Finally, they were all destroyed. K9 headed back over to the TARDIS. Meanwhile, the Doctor had gone over to the girl. "What's your name?" he asked her. The girl looked up at him. "Mary Fellows," she replied. The Doctor smiled. "Well, Mary, how do you feel about travelling in time and space for us?" Mary looked up and smiled. "Yes, please, Doctor," she replied. I have nothing now." "Yes, you do," the Doctor said, smiling. "You have a new life." He leant his right hand out. Mary leant hers out. They grabbed each other's hands. They smiled and went over to the TARDIS. The Doctor and Mary arrived at the TARDIS at the same time as K9 did. "All of the Daleks have been destroyed, Dr. Master," K9 said. At that moment, Mary hugged him, crying happily. "Thank you," she said. "Thank you." The Doctor smiled. "Good dog, K9." He then opened the doors to the TARDIS and went inside, followed by K9 and Mary. The Doctor snapped his fingers, causing the TARDIS doors to close once they were inside, whilst Mary looked around in disbelief. The Doctor then went up to the console and pulled the control, and the TARDIS burst into life. The round bits at the top spinning and the rotor rotoring. The sound of the universe picked up as the TARDIS dematerialised. Whilst it did so, Mary exclaimed, "It's bigger on the inside!" Her reply was a simple word from both the Doctor and K9 at the same time. "Affirmative!" The end.